The sound of the final buzzer means it's hangover time. So grab a drink and join your host, Alphonse Sidney, for a Miami Heat Beat post-game show.
Heat win again. I mean, it's starting to get fucking boring at this point. Just completely. Listen, they played around with them. They let them get back, little 8-point lead only in the fourth quarter. Then they stomped the mud hole in their monkey ass. Fucking complete decimation from that point on. I actually thought it was a really good timeout by Spo because they cut the lead to 10, and usually Spo waits till about 3 before he decides, well, let me get the bench players off the floor and get my starters back in. Spo called that timeout with 4 minutes and 37 seconds left. For the next 3 minutes, Cleveland only scored 2 points, and that was the game. And Heat win! Heat win! Bring me out, Brass. We don't got Moose tonight, but it is still a Drip Drop Friday. I am drinking something with vodka. I forget what it is.
I genuinely did not know that. Is it?
I mean,
it's a weekend.
I got a Drip Drop shirt on. I'm just calling it. Yeah. Heat win tonight. Beat up on the Cavs team. 117 points against one of the best defenses in the league. Bam played out of his mind. Kyle sleptwalked through the game until he had to score, just dished out a bunch of assists. Jimmy just bullied his way to the rim, got to the foul line a bunch after sleepwalking in the first half. They just did everything they had to do, and they just walked away with the win. Just a lovely, just an easy-going Friday night. Except for that second quarter. But besides that, easy-going Friday night. That's what I need. I don't need a lot of fucking stress on my Friday night. I don't need a fucking 14-point lead whittled down to 1 and then bullshit and then every fucking crunch time, Jimmy's jumper. Yeah. Easy going into Saturday. I love it. We'll stress tomorrow night. Brass, let's go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Alphonse Sidney, a.k.a. Alf954. Welcome into the Miami Heat Beat post-game show, Hangover Time. If you're watching live on Twitch, we love you. Send us your subs. We'll do some shots tonight. I don't have any liquor down here, but we'll figure out something. Kenny's Wi-Fi ain't acting up. I mean, this is a great night overall.
Don't jinx it. Shit.
Oh, yeah.
Let's not say nothing.
Right, way too early in the show.
Yeah, gas prices went up and Kenny's fucking Wi-Fi got fixed. I don't know the correlation, but we'll figure that shit the fuck out. You can watch it. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate you. Let's find out what everybody's drinking. And who was your player of the game? Let me tell you something else. Listen, I didn't go off earlier. I want to talk about that fake motherfucking 6-man of the year. No, I will get to it.
David, yeah.
Because I'm getting a little fired up a little bit.
Let's give me a rant train.
I'm telling you, the game was putting me to sleep. Me and my dog taking naps on the couch. But again, okay, I'm gonna get to it in a second. Bon, what are you drinking tonight, and who was your player of the game?
Finish off this here Luna Nuda, this Pinot. And let me look at this box score here. It's so jarring when you look at the Cleveland box score and see fucking DWade. I just think of how ashy DWade looked in that damn uniform.
I don't know what you're talking about. I never saw him.
Yeah, that was an elite Photoshop.
One of my worst Photoshops, actually.
Oh, sorry, Brass. One of your worst work.
Your worst decent work lineup ever, in all of Cleveland.
In all of Cleveland.
Not a single barber in Cleveland gets my man in shape up.
Could do my player of the game. I got Bam. A complete type of performance from him, a complete game. We can get into the overall offense a little bit, after we go through everyone. I thought he and Jimmy looked the best that the two of them have looked together in a while. And he just finished with authority, up fakes, just getting bigger guys over top of him flying, getting fouls. And what did it for me, he just settled into that little second hash mark jump shot, just chilling. He had the space, caught it, and just let it go after being aggressive inside. So I just really like what I saw from him tonight all around. And 17 boards, I think, 30 points, 17 boards. And it felt smooth. It felt like an easygoing game even for him. And if you can give me 13 and 50 or 30 and 50 and it feel that smooth, 25 and 15, that is what I want to see from him.
Not bad for a power forward.
Yes, for a power forward, great numbers.
Kenny, what are you drinking, and who is your player of the game?
So
should be the customer service man at Xfinity because you got your shit hooked up tonight.
Listen,
man.
4K.
Looking crispy.
I got the vodka lemonade again because I didn't feel like going to the liquor store. My player of the game, there's so many options, but I'm going to go Max. He probably didn't wake up this morning expecting to play this game, but Caleb was out. He stepped up and he did what he does sometimes. I'm not going to give him full credit just yet, but yeah, he went out there. He made his shots. He was on fire. I mean, some contested, some not. He had this confidence in him that you wouldn't expect from a guy who was pretty much out of the rotation when Victor Oladipo got back. So that's my player of the game. I know people probably expect me to go Jimmy or Tyler. I got to give credit to Max.
I didn't even realize he shot 11 threes, 5 for 11.
Fez says 8 Kenny tonight.
Shmitha says, seeing DWade get taken to the rim so much made me think of Gabby. Oh my God.
Oh, we've done that one before.
I did not.
Someone's posted that before.
Playing the hit.
Someone told me to read the comment and I just read it. I'm like fucking Ron Burgundy tonight. Brass, what are you drinking? Who was your player of the game?
So tonight I made, this is kind of a funky little drink. This is like a pina colada variation called Hey Mambo. Which is Aperol. It actually has no rum in it. That's what's kind of weird. It's got Aperol. It's got mezcal. What's that?
Right.
I said that's what's weird.
No.
Yeah, it's Aperol. It's mezcal. It's Blanco tequila. It's pineapple juice, coconut cream, and some lime juice. And it's very refreshing. Got that little smokiness from mezcal. It's really good. And my player of the game. I mean, Bond nailed it. It's fucking Bam motherfucking Adebayo. He was that dude tonight because, as you said, like across the board, he shot almost 70 from the field, 8 from the line, and I mean, he was aggressive start to finish tonight. Kind of slacking a little bit in the last couple games. He had some disappointing performances, but he was. But I was gonna, we're gonna let him slide a little bit on those because he had been so aggressive leading up to that. But tonight he absolutely dominated against this. These younger athletic teams can be kind of tricky, and you sort of worry. But there's no worrying tonight. Bam dominated there.
I just love the fact that Brass has an aloe plant growing out of his fucking drink. And he said the weird thing is it doesn't have rum.
Brass, what is
pina coladas normally have?
There's a face on your cup.
There's a
Aperol is like a it's a liqueur. It's like orange aperitif kind of thing. It's really good. It's kind of bitter. It's like a Campari, but like sweeter.
I wish I was distinguished like that.
Brass's cup cursed the Brady family on vacation. If you're my age,
I have no issue with Brady Hawk. What are you talking about?
Frankie, what are you drinking tonight, and who was your player of the game?
I'm doing Apothic Red wine tonight.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
A little something easy, some smooth. If you watched the Where's Alf pregame show, I told you, Bam, big game tonight. So I'm not giving him player of the game. I expected that. Player of the game tonight is Victor Oladipo.
Yes, he is.
That chemistry with Bam Adebayo that we saw last season has carried over. He's had another good performance. And that box score doesn't jump out at you, but he has that chemistry with Bam. And shout out to all the guards because Kyle, Tyler, even Jimmy were looking for Bam tonight, and they got him going. They found him in spots to be successful. And that's been the key to getting Bam in that scoring mindset is to get him in good spots. And when you do that, you get good results. It's a simple fucking thing. I don't know why we don't do it more often, but let's see.
And they had, Darius Garland, 4 for 17.
Yikes.
Defensively, he got to the line a ton, and he makes everything when he gets to the line. And he's an all-star. He's a really good player. But to hold him 4 for 17 from the field, my player of the game, I'm going to Tyler Hero, right? Because let it not be mistaken. I don't want to hear this shit again. There is only one 6th man of the year fucking candidate in the NBA, okay? This idea.
There were others?
Oh, this idea. Kevin Love, his per 36
Kevin Love,
minutes.
Nationally, that's what they
he said his plus minus, fourth, and all that bullshit. Shut the fuck up. The fucking sixth man of the year, my entire life, I'm 40 years old, has been the motherfucker who scores the most points off the bench. Tyler Hero scores the most points off the nobody per 36. I want Haywood Highsmith per 36 minutes. Might look good. I don't know. Fuck all that dumb shit. Tyler Hero is the sixth man of the year. He is out here putting up 20 points a fucking night. He's about to be the Heat's fucking leading scorer this season. Yeah. If Jimmy takes a couple weeks off, who fucking knows? Tyler Hero has been on a fucking tear. He has been awesome. And anybody who wants to tell me that Tyler Hero isn't the sixth man of the year, give it to Kevin Love. Kevin Love, minus 10 ass on the night. Listen, the biggest thing I saw, one of the biggest moves I saw tonight is in that second quarter, we couldn't guard Kevin Love. Why? Because we had a bunch of 6'3" motherfuckers trying to guard him in the post. They put Jimmy and PJ on him in the second half. That motherfucker was in jail, all right? In jail like a January 6th insurrectionist. Like, the motherfucker could not move, okay? Listen, Kevin Love, at his age, can get schemed out of a fucking playoff series. I will take that shit to the bank. Fuck Kevin Love. Tyler Hero's the sixth man of the year. Bond.
My question now, real quick: why weren't we talking per 36 last year? UD 48 and 12.
Yeah, thank you.
We didn't bring that shit up at all.
Have we ever talked per 36? And then the people talking about, he plays as much as a fucking starter. Every sixth man of the year plays as much as a starter. They average like 31 minutes per game. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, why? As soon as it's a fucking Heat player, you see, they start bringing out this nut shit. Fucking Lou Williams winning it every fucking year. J.R. Smith playing 35 minutes a fucking game. Jamal Crawford. Every year. Just a fucking bucket getter. Don't play defense. Don't do nothing but get buckets. Sixth man of the year.
And inefficient buckets.
Where the fuck did Kevin Love's name even come from? That's not even the name I expected to hear anywhere involved. Nerds are ruining basketball, and they have been doing it for years now. It's pissing me off.
He's the fucking spreadsheet MVP.
No, that doesn't make sense. Kevin Love.
It really doesn't make sense.
And honestly, it's the best. Outside of the LeBron years, it's the best that any one of his teams has looked in his career. Because he never touched a playoffs. Never touched a playoffs any other year. Right? Am I mistaken? I think the entire time.
I think you're right.
I don't even think he did. You know, so now they move his ass to sixth man, and now they're like, so really, he should kind of be fucking blamed for a lot of that, but whatever.
Bond, I know a lot of the entire Heat Twitter timeline was complaining about Jimmy and Kyle. I think they bided their time a little bit too much tonight. But when the Heat needed them, especially Jimmy, I think they came through tonight.
I agree. I do think they bided their time a little bit, a little too long. I would have liked to have seen Jimmy get going in the exact way that it is that he found himself to get going when he did. I would have liked to have seen him start that a little bit sooner. I think that tonight, I agree with everything that you just said. And tonight I saw a lot of stuff that I kind of didn't like, but I also saw the remedy to it in the same game. Like I saw, Vic in the corner a lot, which you take kind of a lot of what Vic can bring to this team, that downhill thrust, you take that away from him if you don't have the ball in his hands to do that. But then, like Frankie said, he and Bam got it going later. Jimmy and Kyle and Bam were a little bit clunky still in the middle. But Bam finished with 30. Jimmy finished with whatever he finished with, and they found a way to play with themselves. Yeah, it looks like Bam hiding out in a dunker spot, laying and waiting for those dump offs a lot. And that might be what it is, and that might be how it looks at the two of them are going to kind of get it going. So I agree a little bit. I think it took a little bit too long. Kyle has to be more aggressive. Kyle helped smooth the places that Bam and Jimmy kind of congest themselves. So he has to kind of look to get going a bit more. But, I agree. I would have liked to have seen it turn on a bit. But once it did turn on, I think, you got what you needed to get from each individual when you needed it. without it going from like a 14-point lead to like a 2.
Yeah.
And now it's, everybody has to find their own cape. 10 was fine, and then they cranked it back up.
I thought though they woke up when they needed to, Kenny, and that was like I said before, Spo's timeouts have been coming a little bit too late. Jimmy decides to take over a little bit too late. I thought the guys did, the timing tonight made a lot of sense to me. It was almost like we're going to conserve some energy. This is a really good Cavs team. Like they're not playing the fucking Magic. Okay. Yeah. So I felt like their timing when they decided to turn it on, turn it off was much stronger than it has been lately. I feel like sometimes we're waiting too long, and then it slips away, and we give this other team so much confidence, and then you can't get it back.
And so I typically don't get mad at that, but especially tonight because they really didn't get themselves involved because Tyler was absolutely on fire. So you don't really want to step on what he was doing and then try to, okay, I'm Jimmy, I'm the best player on the team, give me the ball, let me go to work. And so there were a few minutes between that, but it takes that time to realize, okay, Todd doesn't have it right now. It's time for me to go ahead and draw these fouls, get to this line. And also, Jimmy's big, pop in that game came on the defensive end. Those 2 steals in a row were huge. It's just so the type of players this Heat team has aside from Tyler is they're going to let the game come to them. And I think we save ourselves a lot of disappointment when we understand that. They're just – now, it does get annoying. I'm not going to pretend it doesn't, but that's who they are. They're going to let the game come to them. And I think that's a little smarter than having 4, 5, 6 guys all trying to get themselves involved at the same time.
Kenny, I think it looks clunky at times right now because they're trying to figure this shit out. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's like, I feel like Depot, I'm watching him tonight, he's gotten less comfortable over the last 3 games. And I just think it's going to happen. He's trying to figure out, he's out here like a spot-up shooter. It's like, nah, Debo, get to the rim. That's
but they got to give it to him to get to the rim. They had him sitting like a spot-up shooter.
Felt like he got frozen out for a few possessions. Yeah. When he first got in, I forgot the motherfucker was out there.
His very first 2 shots were threes with no rhythm,
just
nothing.
Spot-up. That's not what we have. But one of the guys that not getting in Debo's way, but just because he's so hot, like Kenny was saying, was Hero, Franky. Hero was just lighting shit up, and it's almost like, what do? You just back off and let that man work.
Yeah, I think one of the resolutions for that will be with the second group. I think splitting that Tyler, Kyle, Victor group up. There's just too many ball handlers there. Yeah. Tyler's played a lot of the year by himself, so he's kind of developed that rhythm by himself. And Victor's a guy who really needs the ball to show his impact. He can hit off the catch shots, but he's not a guy who's a super threat from there. You want the ball moving with him as a secondary ball handler, and with that lineup, him and Kyle are kind of like sharing like a third ball handler type thing. But I did want to point out Aisha's comment about Tyler getting to the line, that he's been on a stretch, man, and for the season, when Tyler gets to the line 5 or more times, the Heat are 13-2.
Damn.
13-2. That's 5 free throws. Just 5 free throws.
Just 5 free throws. It's
5 or more.
Yep.
And he's at the Heat are really good. The 2 losses was the other the last game against Philly and the December game against Milwaukee. And that's it. Like, they're really fucking good when he gets to the line a lot. And I need that more often. That's a huge part of his development, him being able to be a more efficient shooter like that. And I'm glad Aisha pointed that out. Shout out to her. But that lineup, like, I get what Spo's trying to do with it. But, with Kyle kind of like not being as aggressive lately either, it's kind of, I feel like it deters all of them to play to their strengths,
Mm-hmm.
Can I touch on that? Like, it was strange for me to see them. Take me back out. I want to talk to all you. No, not like that, Brass.
Mm-hmm.
It was strange to me to see like those 3 guards playing so much together because of exactly what Franky said. There is only one ball, and the one that you want to have it kind of in his hands to get it to go. you have like both of those guys at the same time. Like it's too much. It's too much. I don't know, kind of like wasted potential, like dead space with the three of them there. And so I love it. I don't know how the lineups play out, but I do like the idea at least of Vic and Tyler. They don't need Kyle. You let Vic handle it. You let him get that thrust. Tyler, Vic, Duncan. Let Vic get that thrust. Let Tyler and Duncan screen for themselves space. Like there's ways to do it, but Tyler at this point is basically a combo guard. Your shooting guard, and he was going to run like your scoring point guard spot. To have 3 point guards essentially at the same time, and it being those three, and not even like a Gabe who is probably better spotting up somewhere,
because Kyle's not shooting.
You're right, because Kyle's not going to shoot, and he's not shooting well. So, and he hasn't taken shots, so it threw me a little bit too. But things that
also defensively, isn't that the lineup where Kevin Love was eating?
Yeah,
I feel
small.
like there's too small.
Little. Yes.
It's when you basically, they were playing those 3 guys. I think Strus was out there. It was Strus or Duncan and Deadman. If Deadman is like, that's not enough size out there. And like, that's where I really feel like you miss Keith right now.
Yes.
While you're trying to play with these 3 guard lineups, it'd be lovely to have, if you're going to do 3 guards, fine, but at least you could have Keith and Deadman. You need
a real 4. If you're gonna do 3 guys, you need a traditional-ish 4.
Yeah, it can't be Max.
It can't be Max.
I see a lot of people in the comments saying that Depot is apparently not playing tomorrow. He shouldn't. It's a back-to-back. And honestly, what Depot gave us tonight was another solid game. I am thrilled. It's not all going to look like that first game did offensively, but like. I am thrilled with what he put out tonight.
And also, if Caleb can play tomorrow, then you get Caleb back in. You maybe get Gabe some minutes, because like what we saw, like what Kenny was talking about with Strus tonight, it is hard to stay warm like that. And Strus just came out. One thing I love about Strus, every time I don't think he's going to shoot the 3, like they recovered too well, he's like, nope, he don't give a fuck. Like the one that I know Duncan's going to pass out of, Strus like, fuck that shit. Bang. I'm in rhythm. Like I'm going to get my shots up. So
and it's gonna go in.
Well, but that's the thing. That's why it's good to have all these shooters on this team. You have no idea which white guy is gonna go off. You have no clue.
All the whites played well tonight.
They did.
We had a Tres Leche situation.
Combined for 10 threes.
One of the
my goodness,
these white men are dangerous.
Face. Go back.
He's so proud of the revolution. Look at him.
Yes,
we did it, guys.
He got paid a lot more money to fight.
Racism is over. He got that revolutionary contract. One of the things I want. Okay, and Brass, I think you have this pulled up. I want to go to my eye test because I do want to talk about some of the things that Jimmy brings to the table, that when we're talking about his jumper, we're talking about this, we're talking about that, not being aggressive. There's things that he brings to the table I think that we forget sometimes. And so go ahead, Brass. Let's look at the eye test.
Tired of PER, EFG, QBR, PDQ, and QVC? Wait, what? Well, ditch the calculators and spreadsheets and check out the only stat that truly matters. It's time for Alf's Eye Test.
This sequence right here was just one of those. Franky's dying. What's going on, Franky?
I just love type. I always forget he's there, and he just right in your face.
This is just one of those sequences that just cements like how important Jimmy is, and like all the times where G's always calling him a destroyer of worlds, which I think is a stupid nickname. But I get it. Go ahead and play it, Brass. Like right there, and this is what I was talking about. Jimmy with Kevin Love in the second half. Just D'ing him up, and just a guy 5 to 6 inches taller than him, out jumping him for the pass. And then here we go again. Markkanen. He's like, what's it, Mark? Yeah, Markkanen gets the ball back here. Thinks he's gonna dribble past Jimmy Butler. No, you're not, bitch. Takes it down and finishes. because usually if Jimmy has a ball in a fast break, it's a nightmare. But if he has a few steps ahead of the other team, it normally leads to a dunk. But go ahead, right here. If you can throw it again.
Yeah.
Just throws Kevin Love on the ground, which I appreciate. And then right here, it just the gambles pay off, and also because he can recover. Like a lot of guys who gamble do not recover. Russell Westbrook, and they hurt.
Sometimes them shits don't pay off, and when they don't, stressing me
I would
out.
say more often, maybe not even more often than not. I just think the payoff is worth it, especially for a guy who trusts his teammates behind him.
I like when he does it against people who can't dribble.
Yeah, like right there.
Make you pay because when he does it against Trae Young and then Trae Young blows past it.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, for alley-oop, that's different.
But I think sometimes like we forget like the defensive end of the floor when we talk about Jimmy Butler. Like he is still one of the best defenders in the entire NBA, and metrics say that he's the best defender on the Heat, despite the fact that we're all I'm a believer in Depoy for Bam, but the metrics say Jimmy is still the Heat's best defender. And I think we forget about that shit sometimes.
Well, and when Jimmy has a couple bad games, you get NBA Twitter all over his ass saying, "Oh, what's in Jimmy's bag? What's in Jimmy's bag?" That right there, that's Jimmy's bag right there. That's what he can bring you.
Like this ain't fucking Drew League, man. I don't know all this bag stuff and all this. This guy scoring on you, so you got to go score on him. I don't get that shit. Jimmy Butler. We've known his whole career he's gonna get it done, and it's not gonna be pretty. You're just gonna look up, and he's gonna have 25 or 22 or whatever the case is. And so I think some of the criticism is warranted. I don't ever want to see him take a jumper again in his life. But as far as some of the stuff, like we know he's gonna get to the line, he's gonna get to the basket, he's gonna play great defense, and that's all you really want from him. He does all this stuff at such a high level. I don't have an issue with the other stuff.
And
Jimmy's
listen,
bag is a pocket knife. It's a Swiss Army knife. That's what it is. It's a little bit of everything.
Yes.
and the chat is saying NBA Twitter hates Jimmy, and honestly, because he does that shit to their team. Yeah, like he sits there and scores 24 on you at the line, just bulldozing into the fucking paint, stealing the ball, going on fast breaks. Like it would be annoying as shit. I remember playing against Jimmy Butler. It's fucking annoying. Because by the time he has 28, you're like, how the fuck does this motherfucker have 28? He can't shoot. It's an annoying thing. It's like every time Rondo makes a three, I want to fucking rip my face off.
But I'm sure the most annoying thing to them is it's not like he's flopping to get those fouls.
No,
he's just legitimately drawing them.
Jimmy has exquisite body control, beautiful body control, like in his torso, his beautiful footwork. Great anticipation and like feel of where his defender is for a wing-ish guard. Like it's gorgeous. Like post DWade, post Jimmy is fantastic. And he talks a lot. Yeah.
And he fucking gets up early. Like nobody likes to try hard, motherfucker.
I get it. Jimmy's infuriating if you're on an opposing team. I totally respect that. But honestly, fuck you. Jimmy rules. We need to call out some subs tonight, guys.
There we go.
Because people have been subbing tonight. Let's see. We got Martel RTR subscribed with Prime. Thank you for that. Dr. Dolphin also resubscribed with Prime. They said never should have worried about the Cavs when we're healthy. Eric the Great 539 gave out 3 community gift subs. Chris Vindas 29 resubscribed for 1 month at tier 1, and they said drip drop hero night. What Fig said, resubscribe with Prime. They said, let's go. Love seeing these guys buckle down in the second half. Gotcha watch a coach of the year and also JB Bickerstaff tonight. Thumbs up. Ola Drippo subscribed. They subscribed with Prime. And Darth Nader 0811 resubscribed for 1 month at tier 1. So thank you all so much. I guess, Moose isn't here, so I have to do this. Is anybody else going to do it tonight?
No, you got it.
Or not? I mean, do I have to? Really? Okay. Okay, hit him one time with a drip drop.
It's a lot less annoying when you do it.
It's kind of messed up. We all like Brassjazz better, and he hates doing it.
Yeah.
Listen, man. Read it and weep.
The people agree.
Exactly. Someone said make Kenny try the next one.
Okay.
You got the next one, Kenny. Can your voice even get that high?
It can't.
No, but you gotta try. You gotta try. So send some more subs, and we're gonna see how high Kenny's voice can get tonight.
You gonna fuck his Wi-Fi up.
Drapes.
Like holding the antenna on old
I'm just
TV.
glad you said phi there. I was confused for a second.
Oh, whoa.
Huh?
Oh no.
What?
What?
Hey, let's go to the guy of the game.
I don't know. Why do I physically change when I do the drip drop? I don't know, because it makes me physically uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Probably.
You try to become smaller like Moose.
You do.
I like shape. I shape shift.
It's
I get about a foot shorter.
Yeah. Make the room smaller, yourself smaller.
Mm-hmm.
You got a guitar on your wall already. All right, let's go to the guy of the game.
All right.
This was the thing that led to the big Cavs run. Which was really annoying because this play was awesome. All over Ed Davis's old ass.
Look how long Tyler held the taunt too.
He did.
He was talking to the refs though. I felt like
no, he's on your head. He was doing that to the dude.
No, I thought he was doing the foul call. Like,
nah.
Yeah, here you'll see him here.
That's the on your head thing. He's looking
on his head.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I don't know. See, I think it's like next time you should wear some protective stuff on your head so you don't get hurt. I think safety first.
I think he was patting his weave because it was itching. Right? When the braids itch, you go, this shit hurt.
Yeah, tell us about
it. I've had braids before.
Here, let's see that again. Let's start that over again.
The best is the fucking interception right here. Tyler looking like Randy Moss out there, motherfucker.
That was awesome.
Here we go.
They didn't even hit all of the outlets that they could have hit today.
No. Nope. I like that Max Strus with the AAU dunk, too. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
That ninth grader who just started dunking?
Yeah, well, you can't pop the ball yet.
You push it,
bring
you get it up, and then bring the other hand to it. You gotta like wiggle it some, because you also don't have good control because it's resting in the palm of your hand. So you gotta like.
They should. Al says Hero got horse hair. Hey, listen, I don't know what's going on at Katya House.
Mane and tail.
If there's gonna be any white couple who got hair at the house, it's definitely them two.
Yes.
Oh, I like that.
What's up, Leo?
Leo, Deadman has been horrible lately. Speaking of Deadman, let's go to.
My favorite though, that old black man that work on everybody's car in the black neighborhood. You know, you need a little carburetor fix or something. You go to him, he be talking to you whole time with his just hanging off his lip. What you got there now? What you got? Yeah, bring that back around about 4 o'clock. There ain't no goddamn problem. I'll put a carburetor on there for you. I used to work out the plant 15 goddamn years. I put a carburetor on there for you. Nigga, just bring me back a pair. Boy, you know what, boy? You look like your goddamn daddy. You don't look like you leave.
We don't do Deadman slander on this show. We do Deadman Praise. So go ahead. Let's run this fantastic, amazing athletic play. Look, got the pick, roll, boom, and one. Tune up the shoes real quick.
You see Jimmy struggle to help pick him up?
Yeah.
You know, you try to help somebody pick you up and they don't help you pick up.
That Deadwade shit. Yeah. That motherfucker just saw the price of oil change. He said you had to flush what fluids?
How many gallons?
That light means what?
How much did the stove fee?
That light means what? That's funny.
Yeah, listen, Deadman's been off lately, and Deadman needs a little bit of rest, I think. Yeah. Let's not underestimate. I've got 2 kids. Having kids is absolutely brutal, and mentally, physically, the entire thing. And that's also for the fathers. Okay, I'm not even talking about the like. It's draining. All right, it's draining,
and it's a miracle that these guys can hit the court the way they do. I mean, just to make it at all. Tyler is a little different. Tyler's young as fuck, so you can get away with that. Like I was surprised at Tyler after he had his kid, how well he started playing like from the jump. I was really impressed with that. But
it means Katya's life is hell.
Wait, so
yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right.
Gotta go to the gym.
So I think the difference was Tyler don't seem like the type to wait that 6 weeks.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Because what does that have to do with anything?
Jesus Christ.
His routine probably ain't changed. So
God. Fucking Christ.
Someone said Deadman selling used tires out the back. I'm trying to get the damn subject. One thing I did want to ask you guys about, like, is this the time of the season where let's start using the depth to our advantage?
Yes.
Like guys like PJ need a break. I don't even Keith need to come back soon because PJ needs to sit his ass down. Caleb probably needs to be playing every other game, get his fucking ankle right. Jimmy could use a break, even though Jimmy takes breaks in game.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's what I feel.
But like you have Yurt that you relied on Yurt for long stretches this season. You have these guys, Strus, Caleb, Gabe. You have guys, and now you got Depot coming back. Is it time or is it 2.5 game lead a little too precious to be fucking around right now?
No,
I'm a little more concerned about how healthy we're going to be when we get to the playoffs.
Yeah, I think the play-in makes one or two a little less important. So just go ahead and rest the guys when you need to rest them. Me, Bond, and Frankie said yesterday in the Spaces, we're fine with a couple losses here and there if it's going to prepare you for the playoffs. It's at this point, it's cool to just start resting guys.
And I'm not even talking about resting the key players. I'm talking about the guys who have been there all season long.
The old heads.
And then when you have capable guys, like if you have Yurt, listen, I'm not the biggest Yurt fan in the world, but he's a capable backup five. And then also Deadman is actively hurting you at times because he doesn't look healthy. You know, and then you're hurting Caleb. You know, maybe it's time to bring Keith back. Like these are some of the things I'm looking at. Like we can strategically rest some guys and go into the playoffs, you know, at a higher level.
Yeah, the check Deadman light is on. For sure.
I think so. The guys that you mentioned, though, so PJ and Deadman primarily, their backups would be Keith and Caleb, people who aren't actually presently available. I think the guys who are playing right now are a number of people who have had like good stretches of rest throughout the season. Jimmy has been out like significant time. Bam was out for a while. Kyle maybe. But so yeah, with Vic back, maybe Kyle can get some more time. But I think they are in a good spot to have to figure out their prep first rest balance. But I do think that they still have some figuring out with their main guys that they could still take some time and some minutes to work that. I fully agree with. Some dudes probably should need some rest, but a lot of people who probably would have needed rest have been out like good.
But Bam, Kyle, Jimmy, Tyler, all of them are significant. I'm more worried about the PJs and the Deadmans of the world.
Well, them two. So who's taking their minutes right now? Yurt isn't here. Yes,
but Yurt,
cool.
Yurt, and then and for PJ, that's why I'm like, where the fuck is Keith? Like I saw another article that Keith is almost back.
Yeah, we've been seeing that for like 6 months now.
It's been like 2 weeks. Don't do that.
Grimmett said today that Morris is cleared to play, and the Heat expect him to play sometime this homestand to make his return.
Tomorrow night would be a great night to rest PJ on a back-to-back. Depot's resting. Keith, get back out there. Let's see what you got.
Yeah,
you know?
PJ's the one I worry about the most. I think PJ needs the most.
Start Max at the 4 or something. If Caleb can go tomorrow,
he's played okay at the 4 too. Like he battled today against Love. He's done a solid job in his offense. Even when he's undersized, his offense makes those bigs come out to him. So he helps the offense out, and he can hold his own at least. I I think he's less detrimental as a 4 when they're trying to post him up and stuff than he is like guarding space.
And they did a good job sandwiching. They had like Kyle fronting tough, and then they had like PJ behind ready to help and then to rotate back out. And you can do those same types of things with Max. There's spaces to get rest. But there is still some stuff that I want them to work out, because you don't want to just rely on like showing up to the playoffs and knowing that these are your individual pieces and they're just going to just do the thing. Yeah, they still got to work it in a little bit, but they could look for some rest.
I see, and to me, like PJ is one of those guys that's always going to get in where he fits in.
Yes,
like I'm not as worried about his fit. It's the other guys that you guys were talking about: Bam, Kyle, Depot right now, Jimmy, Hero. Those guys need to figure out how to work together. So I would like to, and PJ's shot has been way off, even though tonight he was a plus 18, played amazing defense.
He hit the side of the backboard tonight.
Oh my God.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, I was,
but
motherfucker dropped to like third in one night.
We got a little spoiled with that shooting.
But it was 48%. He wasn't gonna keep going.
He was
with
that.
No. So I'm fine with it.
But that's not an astronomical number. That's one of every 2. How many is he shooting a game? He's not taking like a volume.
Yeah.
Like
but he's been long over
still the best percentage in the league, though. I mean,
and he's 28%, I think, since the All-Star break. So
it might have gone lower too.
But
it's been February.
Give him some rest.
Give him a break.
Schmeathan says, "I hope Kevin Love wins 6th Man of the Year, so Tyler can say the NBA is racist."
Get out of here. What's wrong with y'all?
Brass, did you want to laugh at the Knicks tonight?
Oh my God! Yeah, what was the final score of that?
118-114.
Holy shit! Yeah, they were up. They were up on the Grizzlies, and they lost 118 to 114. Oh my God! The fourth quarter. Yeah, Memphis outscored them 31 to 18. I mean, they had no business being up.
You can just see Brass's petty loading. You can
it's you know what pissed me off is like like the like I looked at when I looked at the score on like the NBA app, it was like, oh, the surging Knicks or blah blah. Surging what? What the fuck are you surging? There's no surging going on. So they won a couple games. You were fucking bing-bonging in the motherfucking streets. And all of a sudden you string a couple games together and you think you're tough shit? Like, fuck off. God. What is with this fucking NBA media, you fucks? Like, you just don't get it. You just
bias.
It's fucking boring is what it is. It's so fucking predictable, you NBA.
Very capitalist.
It's just bullshit. No one gives a fuck about the Knicks. Knicks and Lakers suck. Guess what? The NBA is fucking fantastic. All right?
RJ and Julius, Orange Julius, I like to call him, were 20 for 52 tonight.
RJ scored 23 on 25 shots.
Jesus Christ, man. That dude
What's
sucks.
that first stat you said, Al?
They were 20 for 52. And it's no, but you know what I like
numbers.
What I love is that's a 52 shot.
20 is a big number. 50 is a big number.
Yeah.
Between two motherfuckers,
like,
what is happening? I mean, they played 40. Both played 40 minutes tonight. Like I
of
haven't seen
course,
Heat players play 40 minutes in a non-triple overtime game, and I can't remember how long. You played 40 minutes to lose. You shot 52 times to fucking lose. And like what Brass is saying. So fucking funny to me. It's like the way people swing, the pendulum swings on NBA Twitter and in NBA media. A fucking week ago, the Sixers, Harden and Embiid were the next coming of Kobe and Shaq. I saw you tweet about this, Kenny. This shit was legit. I saw this shit on the timeline. Motherfucking Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal, two top 10 of all-time players. Harden and Embiid? This James Harden, 2022? Come on. What are we doing? That they were the fucking kings of the NBA because they beat the fucking Knicks twice. This starting five right here would probably, we give the Knicks a run for their money. The fucking Sixers beat the Knicks twice and the Timberwolves, and they were crowning the Sixers. The Sixers are the team to beat. Then they fucking get their ass whooped by the fucking Brooklyn Nets, who have been like in a free fall for 3 months.
Right.
and now Brooklyn's a team to fucking beat. Like,
Yeah, but now
That's
but
the
they're,
AC.
but they're hyping up Brooklyn now, like, oh, look out, Brooklyn is still the one to beat. But meanwhile, like Philly kind of got a fucking pass on that one. You just got your ass whooped by 30 points in this big matchup that you've been building up.
So
And now it's
Can we laugh at Sixers fans for a minute?
oh my god, always.
Like they spent 2 months anticipating booing Ben Simmons, who they knew wasn't even gonna fucking play,
niggas made T-shirts.
with dicks on them.
Niggas paid $4,000 with ball sacks and testicles.
And
on
hairs.
them.
There had pubic hairs on them.
Somebody took the time to draw hairs.
Niggas
They
wearing
saw-
it on his chest outside the arena.
And then
They
they,
were
were
like, you know
booing their
what?
team before the
You know
game.
what?
ended.
Ben Simmons inspires me to draw dicks. Let me go ahead and do this and put it on the shirt.
So big and long.
What the fuck?
That's actually how long it is. I'm not making that up.